welcoming everyone to the third episode of Marma. In this episode, we'll talk about working upon the lungs area, the chest area, the upper back, throat, jaw area and the forehead. So this will have two parts of the video. One part will cover up the forehead, the side of the jaws, the side areas of the ear, back of the head, and the next episode will cover rest of the areas. So we'll start. Yesterday we had stopped working on the shanka. That is a point we had used here on the sides. Now how we are going to use it, why we are going to use this is a crucial point. Shank is actually a sound. It's a revibrating energy which is functioning within us. It's a sound which has the essence of water, it's got the essence of fire, it's got the essence of air. Thus, it allows a balancing to happen to the body. The ear balancing, what we hear about normally, is happening through this point. This point combined with the Vrittashepra, which is near the edge of the ear point, is called the Vrittashepra. This point functions together with another point which is connected to the throat cavity. This point, called the Nila, which is on the right side, and Manya on the left side. The both angles, when they are functioning in a balance, it allows the energy to function in a balanced mode, allowing the center of the body to function properly so that we are able to walk normally. If there is a disbalance in them, let's assume that there is a disbalance in Manya, you will find a person walking tilted towards the left. The disbalance will be high on the left side. Similarly, if it's on the Nila, you will find the tilt is over the right side. The balancing will not be there. The ear disbalance is happening because of these points. Now this is creating a balance at 2 points. One, it connects this point. From the Manya, it goes to the ear junction. From there, it goes to the circle around it, goes to the Vrittashepra, going back to the Nila. This is a crucial point, and this has to be balanced for all the people who have high BP. 1. Frequently they are falling sick. 3rd, they have frequent cough and cold. The disbalance can happen for them very fast. So for the Manya and the Nila, what we have to do is we have to use a point just above the clue. What we talked about yesterday is called the Nama, which is exactly in the center of the forehead. This point is called the Nama. This point is to be used in conjunction with the 2 points. You have to take Shankar, both sides, and the Manya. The Manya and the Vrittashepra in conjunction with the Nila and the Manya. The core level of understanding is the energy has to move in a simultaneous manner from left to right as well as from the right to the left. That means from the clockwise direction as well as to the anti-clockwise direction, so that the body imbalances get rectified and the body comes into the balance itself. This problem is quite seen in people having rhinitis. They have problems, they have echoing, the sounds coming up in the ear. All these scenarios can be rectified once you start balancing these nerves. And these Marma sthanas allows you to activate the energy, blocked up energy, so that the balancing happens in both sides simultaneously in conjunction with the center. That means the Nama. The point we started with was the middle finger touching the Nama. Same thing I am doing with both the hands, and this will go to the Shankha. Now the Shankha is actually the point where my temple is ending. You can find a cavity here, there is a point ending there. That is the point for the Shankha. Both sides, the 5 and 6. So the thumb will be pressing on that point, the middle finger at the Nama. Same thing happening here, going up here. Now the process is slightly different from what we have done earlier. Here I will be inhaling, stopping, and then rotating it clockwise 5 times. Exhaling, stopping, and doing it anti-clockwise 5 times. Now, beyond this, what I have to do is, I will be inhaling again. Here I will be using my points at the shankha. When I am inhaling, I will hold, I will press the shankha and then rotate. Clockwise 5 times. Exhale, stop, press, rotate it anti-clockwise. Same thing I will be doing it on the other side. Inhale, hold, press, rotate it clockwise. Exhale, hold, rotate it anti-clockwise. Once you have done this, the third would be inhale, hold and do it for both the sides of the shankha. Press, rotate. Exhale, hold, press, rotate it anti-clockwise. Now, with this point, keeping the hands here, I have to know where my Vrishashapa is here. That means I have to slide my hand from the sides. There is a point going below where it is ending at the jaw point. So that is the point I have to connect. Now, keeping the hand here, I will move my both the thumbs down. This will move down to the Vrishashapa and the Manya. That is this point and this point. Here also I am doing the same process. Now the movement would be happening at the thumbs, not at the middle finger. So I am inhaling, stopping, pressing at the Vrishashapa as well as Manya, and then rotating. Both the hands are doing it clockwise 5 times. Stop. Exhale, hold, press again both the sides of Vrishashapa as well as Manya. Do it anti-clockwise. Stop. Post this, I have to go into the Manya Nila at the throat cavity. These middle fingers will be going down and joining this point. I will be using the same process now. Instead of the thumbs, I will be using the middle fingers. So I will be inhaling, press Manya as well as Nila, rotate it both clockwise, hold. Exhale, hold, press both Nila and Manya, rotate it anti-clockwise. The energy from this point moves to the Shankha. From this point it moves to the Shankha. This point also moves to the other side. That means it's a movement happening in the simultaneous side. That means this will be caving up here at both the sides, covering up the face and coming down. So it's a rotation. So the more it's rotating, the energy is flowing, balancing both sides of the nostrils. It also energizes your main center of the fana, which we have talked about earlier. This will also rejuvenate the medus on both sides, allowing the balance to be happening at the body level. Thank you.